Hello, as I am preparing to go to NAB 2023, I have been testing my media workflow. Now, I have a Sony A1 and I will be shooting in 8K. Yes, I will be shooting in 8K because in 4K it's in crop mode, and you know what? I want to use the 24mm that I have to have very nice wide shots, and I'm not a very big fan of doing S35 on the Sony A1. That's my preference. So what I need is a way to not be uploading such big files, and I have a friend that's going to be helping me editing, and he's in Brazil. So here is the workflow that I have created for this, and it's automatic. All I need to do is getting my 8K file to one specific folder. My computer will do one conversion. For this demo, I will do two conversions just to show you the file size differences. And then the rest is all done in a computer that I have in a data center, basically in the cloud. Okay, so let's take a look at the computer. Now here on the computer, I have my monitor is set in quadrants, right? And they're in order: first, second, third, and fourth. Okay, so these are the steps of my workflow here. I have this file here, which is an 8K file. We look here, it's an 8K, 2.57 gigabytes, okay? From home, this wouldn't be a very big size, but from the show floor at NAB, it will be a big size. So what I need to do is just to put it on this ingest folder here. What this ingest folder will do is, through compressor, it will watch and create two different versions of this file. One in 8K, which is the same resolution, and the other one in 4K. So very first of all, we're gonna decrease the file size in this 8K here, and we're gonna decrease even further in the 4K. So this is the very first step. After this has been done, this folder where it's going to be transcoded to is, actually I don't have it open here, so let me open. Right here is my NAB folder that is synchronized with my Synology Cloud. So it will end up here, the 8K file. The 4K file will end up here. And then the computer that is in the cloud will create a 720p version for proxy, and it will create a 1080p version that will go to office hours, because I'm going to be helping them with their coverage as well. So let's take a look at all of this. First of all, let's get a file, this 405 here. Actually, I'm going to rename this here to workflow demo, so you all see this going through. Okay, workflow demo goes into NAB. Now, within a few seconds, compressor will figure out that that file is in that folder, and it will start transcoding to those two profiles, the 4K profile and the 8K profile. So it's already doing that. This file, how big was it? It's a file, it's 1 minute and 18 seconds. So we're gonna see here that it doesn't take very long time for that to happen. I am on a M1 Max here, 14-inch M1 Max MacBook Pro, so it doesn't take very long time. I think it's gonna take about 40 seconds, so basically half the time to transcode almost both versions. In my previous tests, I was doing just with 4K, but today I want to do the 8K just for a few things that I want to double check if it would be worth or not. But there you go. In about 42 seconds, it finished the 8K version probably, and now it's going through the other version. So the next step here is that those versions, they're going to appear in this folder here on my cloud computer. And we see here that the 4K version is the one that actually finished first in 42 seconds. And it finished uploading. And now immediately the Mac Mini is getting that 4K version, and it's transcoding to 720p and 1080p. Now the 720p stays here in this place here, which is my Synology drive. And the 1080p also goes to a Synology drive, a different theme folder that is for office hours. And then I have another automation, here it is a 1080p version, that will copy that to the Lucid link from office hours. So there it is, it's already on the Lucid link from office hours, the 1080p version. And I can verify that it is in all of that. For example, here it's also on, came back to my computer on the office hours drive. I have here incoming 1080p, and it's there as well. So that's it. Look, it's crazy, right? It did a lot of things. So let's double check here what we've done again. First of all, we have the ingest file that is 2.57 gigabytes. It creates a 8K version that is 938 megabytes, so a little less, no. Is it a third of the size? I mean, it's a lot less than half the size. And then it creates the 4K version that is basically a tenth of the size, sometimes a little bit more. In this case, a little bit more than a tenth of the size. And then I have the 720p version, only 43 megabytes. I have the 1080p version, 79 megabytes, and all of that in just a couple of minutes here. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed taking a sneak peek here in the background of the workflow that I devised here to basically process my media and allow me to only upload one file and have all of those files being created in the background. It's possible that instead of me uploading a 4K file or the 8K file that I compressed, I only uploaded a 1080p file. So you can imagine this workflow as in I ingest the 8K file into the watch folder, compressor transforms that immediately to 1080p, and in the cloud there is a 720p version that is created. So then I'm only uploading the 1080p. So instead of uploading 900 megabytes plus 200 megabytes or 200 megabytes or 900 megabytes, I'm only uploading 80 megabytes, for example. So that's a lot of savings in terms of time and bandwidth, which I think it's going to be basically like gold at NAB. So I hope you enjoyed this video. See you in the next one. And don't forget to subscribe and like the video. And seriously, I'm gonna bring out a lot of videos from NAB 2023 for you. See ya.